What's up, guys? Welcome to the line change. In this video, we're going to be talking about an article that talks about the Canucks still monitoring the remaining UFAs while also actively working to clear cap space. This is a report from Thomas Drance that they talk about in an article on Canucks Army, and we're going to dive into it. We're going to talk a little bit about it. But before we do that, I want to give a big shout out to my sponsor, Gassy Jack Art, maker of that incredible artwork you see there behind me. You can find Gassy Jack Art at gassyjackart.com. He still has his end of season sale going on, so you guys can check that out. You can also find him on Instagram at Gassy Jack Art. So go ahead, check him out, gassyjackart.com. Get that end of season sale on before he decides to end it. I'm not sure if he's going to, but we'll see. Moving on to our video topic. As I mentioned, the Canucks still monitoring the remaining UFA options and actively working to clear cap space. This article is written by Tyler Cool. I may have mispronounced his last name. Apologies for that. While the weather continues to be warm, that doesn't mean things are cooling off in the Vancouver Canucks' front office. According to Thomas Drance of The Athletic, the Canucks' management isn't off to the cottage quite yet. He hears the club is monitoring a couple of the UFA options still on the market, Drance wrote on social media. No surprise given their recent history. It goes on to show a tweet, or that exact tweet from Thomas Drance. Him basically saying it may be midsummer, but Canucks management isn't quote unquote off to the cottage just yet. Here, the club is monitoring a couple of the UFA options still on the market. No surprise given their recent history. Van needs to move out cap dollars first, plus they're actively working to do so. Drance mentioned that if Vancouver were to make a big swing in what's left in the free agency market, the team would have to make some moves to free some cap space. Following the signing of Brock Besser, the Canucks are almost $1 million over the salary cap for next season, according to Puckpedia. Even though a lot of the big guns put their pens to paper in the opening weeks of free agency, there are still a few good players that would be worth taking a swing at if there's mutual interest. Now, there's plenty of interest in center Jack Roslovic. Obviously, we've talked about him on this channel, and a lot of Canucks fans are talking about him, as well as fellow YouTubers as well, talking about Jack Roslovic, as he is obviously at the top of the list when it comes to the remaining UFAs. The 28-year-old is coming off a solid 2024/2025 season, scoring 22 goals in 81 games for the Carolina Hurricanes, matching his career high. His 39 points were the third most he's posted in his 8-year NHL career. He could provide some stability down the middle for the Canucks. Roslovic's latest deal was a 1-year contract with a $2.8 million cap hit. Obviously, Roslovic this past season spent a lot more time on the wing than he did at center, and that is a little alarming for some Canucks fans as he hasn't played center in the last 2 seasons. But I still think he is a good option, at least in my opinion. He's somebody. I always think somebody is better than nobody, unless you obviously, promote from, Abbotsford. But I've always liked Roslovic, so if the Canucks can get him at a cheap cost, I'd be okay with it. Maybe the most interesting name that's still on the board is Matt Grzelcyk. The 31-year-old defenseman registered a career best 40 points with the Pittsburgh Penguins last year, 39 of which were assists. He can be someone who can log a lot of minutes, and as we've seen in the past few years, can contribute on the offensive side. Obviously, Grzelcyk is a defenseman, and obviously the Canucks are pretty stacked on defense. So while Grzelcyk may be the most interesting name still on the board, I don't think he's on the Canucks' radar. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about Grzelcyk. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right, or is it Grizzlechuk? I don't know, but I don't see him being on the Canucks' radar, him being a defenseman, despite playing for the Pittsburgh Penguins and them liking to swap back and forth between the two. Other UFAs still available include forwards Victor Olofsson, we've talked about him on this channel, Joel Carvanta, and Luke Kunin, each of whom probably wouldn't cost the Canucks more than $3.5 million. The Canucks have certainly not been quiet in free agency thus far, but haven't made a lot of noise in terms of signing talent from elsewhere. The team has signed the likes of Mackenzie McEachern. I probably just absolutely butchered that one. Jimmy Schultz and Pierre-Olivier Joseph, not necessarily franchise-altering signings. However, there's still plenty of time and plenty of talent for the team to acquire before the 2025-2026 season. Let's actually take a look at some of these names, just to maybe refresh our memory. Just going to go to Puckpedia. Let's look at Luke Kunin first. So I don't think he's someone we've actually looked at. I know we've looked at Victor Olofsson, I mentioned. Obviously, we've looked at Jack Rozovic. But let's take a look at Kunin. Luke Kunin, 27 years old. He's a center and a winger, 6 foot, 196 pounds, right shot. In the first round by the Minnesota Wild, 15th overall in 2016. Looking down at his stats. Okay. So his first season with Minnesota, 19 games, 4 points, 2 goals, 2 assists. Second season with Minnesota, 49 games, 17 points, 6 goals, 11 assists. Third season with Minnesota, 63 games, 31 points, 15 goals, 16 assists. So obviously we're seeing a bit of a pattern here. His point totals are going up with each season at the start of his career. And then he went to Nashville, 38 games, 19 points, 10 goals, 9 assists. So that year his point totals went down from the previous year. Second season with Nashville, he played 82 games, 22 points, 13 goals, 9 assists. Again, not the same level as that third season with Minnesota, where he had at this point, a career high in points. Then he went to the San Jose Sharks, where he played 31 games, 13 points, 5 goals, 8 assists. And then he played 77 games with San Jose in 2023, 2024, 18 points, 11 goals, 7 assists. And then he matched that same point total in 24-25 with the Sharks, just with 63 games played. And then he was traded to Columbus, played 12 games with Columbus, and did not pick up a point with Columbus. So, and he is a UFA, of course. So he could be interesting, although I'm a little alarmed with the drop in point totals for him since 2019, 2020. Obviously, as we mentioned, 2020, 2021, he had 19, then 22 in 2021, 2022, and then it dropped to 13 in his first season with San Jose, moved up to 18 in the previous 2 years. So maybe a little change of scenery. He might be able to be a bottom 6 guy. Obviously, he's not a second line or a top 6 guy, at least not from what I can see. But let's take a look at where am I? Let's take a look at Joel Carvanta a little bit here. Joel Carvanta. Did I not spell that right? Oh yeah, I didn't spell that right. My bad. Joel. Oh, Kivaranta. That. There we go. So Joel Kivaranta. Probably mispronounced that too. 29 years old, left winger, left-handed shot, 5'11", 185 pounds. Let's go down to his stats. 2019-2020 with the Dallas Stars. Oh, wait, let's see where he was drafted. Oh, he went undrafted. So he wasn't drafted, so he was signed. Where's the signings? Transactions. Oh. Huh. Anyway, 2019-2020, the Dallas Stars, 11 games with 1 point, which was a goal. 2020-2021 with the Dallas Stars, 26 games played, 11 points, 6 goals, 5 assists. Third season with Dallas in 2021-2022, 56 games played, 7 points, a goal, and 6 assists. Followed his fourth season with Dallas, 2022-2023, 70 games played, 9 points, 8 goals, 1 assist. And then he went to Colorado in 2023-2024, played 56 games, 9 points, 3 goals, 6 assists. And then this previous season, 2024-2025, he played 79 games and had 23 points, 16 goals, 7 assists. So obviously this guy, much like who was it? Kunin, is a bottom 6 guy. Not a whole lot of production. So I most certainly would not be interested in a guy like this, unless he's able to have some sort of rebound or anything. He hasn't really proven anything other than this past season, with it being a career high in points, goals, and assists. So who knows, but definitely not someone I'm looking for. Let's take a look and see who else. Why not? We'll take a look at Matt Grzelcyk, or however you pronounce his name. Grzelcyk. Okay, 31 years old, left shot defenseman, 5'10", 181 pounds. Drafted by the Boston Bruins in the 3rd round, 85th pick in 2012. Down at his stats. First season with Boston in 2016-2017, played 2 games, no points. 2017-2018, 61 games played, 15 points, 3 goals, 12 assists. Following season, 2018-2019, 66 games played, 18 points, 3 goals, 15 assists. 2019-2020, 68 games played, 21 points, 4 goals, 17 assists. In 2020-2021, 37 games played, 20 points, 5 goals, 15 assists. 2021-2022, 73 games played, 24 points, 4 goals, 20 assists. 2022-2023, 75 games played, 26 points, 4 goals, 22 assists. And then 2023-2024, 63 games played, 11 points, 2 goals, 9 assists. And then this past season, with his first season with Pittsburgh in 2024-2025, 82 games played, 40 points, a goal, and 39 assists. Obviously, I mentioned, the Canucks do not need any more defensemen. So obviously, I don't think they'd be interested. But it seems like a change of scenery seemed to help Grzelcyk, as he had his highest point total with the Penguins, compared to his seasons with Boston. Obviously, he's not much of an offensive defenseman, but he does generate a lot of assists. At least he did this year. And obviously, compared to his goals, he seems to be more so on the assist side, likely from I haven't really watched much of him, possibly from shots from the point and pucks being tipped in. Who knows? But I don't think the Canucks would be interested in Grzelcyk at all, considering they are pretty stacked on defense. So I know I kind of rambled a little bit there, but let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think. Do you guys still think that Jack Roslovic is the guy that the Canucks should go out and get. It might be their cheapest option. What do you think about guys like Luke Kunin? What do you think about Victor Olofsson? What do you think about what's his name? Joel Curvaranta? And what do you guys think about Grizzlick? Let me know in the comments section down below what you guys think. And if you want to stay up to, or rather, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button. If you want to stay up to date on all your Vancouver Canucks content, be sure to smash that subscribe button and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a single video. You can find and interact with us on social media. You can find us on Facebook. Just search The Line Change. Find our Facebook page. You can find us on Instagram at The Line Change. You can find us on X at Line Change Man. You can find us on TikTok at the TLC Podcast. You can also find us on Blue Sky at The Line Change. Feel free to give us a follow on all of our social media platforms. If you prefer an audio version of this podcast, you can find us on both Spotify and Apple Podcast. On Spotify, feel free to give us a follow as well as rate and review us. It is, of course, greatly appreciated. But that's going to do it for this video. As always, let's go Canucks, and I'll see you guys in the next video.